Looks like you forgot to shave this morning.
Hello and welcome back, and hopefully I can get this video out in a decent amount of time this time around. And today we're looking at a certain infamous stealth-based video game series with Tom Clancy's name slapped on it despite having very little to do with it. Yep, it's another triple feature in the form of the Splinter Cell trilogy. In these games you play as Sam Fisher, a 40-something covert ops agent voiced by the legendary Michael Ironside, who is working for a division of the NSA called Third Echelon. His protocol is to track down anyone who's trying to destabilize the world and stop them at any cost. In the first game it involves an invasion of Azerbaijan by Georgia, as well as cyber attacks on the United States. The second game involves a conflict between Indonesia and East Timor, as well as a smallpox-based bioweapon. And in the third game it involves a conspiracy to start a war between North and South Korea that could drag in China, the United States and Japan in as well. Sam Fisher manages to prevent or mitigate the damages of these plots using his stealth and espionage skills. The game is a third-person stealth game, as can be expected, with some mechanics consistent throughout the series, with some improvements and new ones introduced from game to game. On the firearms side, Sam has a silenced pistol as well as a semi-automatic rifle that can shoot enemies near or afar with its sniper feature. Although the sniper feature has this weird mechanic where you have to hold your breath to get a clean shot. Otherwise the scope will just bounce up and down and quickly give you motion sickness. The gun has additional features as well, such as deployable cameras, electrified rounds that knock out opponents and take them out non-lethally, bolas rounds to temporarily stun them, and some other mechanics that I can't really think of right now. He also has some grenades such as smoke grenades, flashbangs, or just regular frag grenades in case peace isn't an option. But probably his most famous gadget is his multi-purpose visor, equipped with dark vision, infrared vision, and in the third game gains this weird electronics vision that's used to see, well, electronics. Another key thing, if not exclusive to these games, is your visibility, as there is a visibility meter as well as a noise meter that you have to sort of check on to see how visible or how much noise you're making. Which you have to keep a check on, because if you make too much noise or are too visible, it will be easier for guards to see you or hear you, track you down and either shoot you, call more guards to take care of you, or raise the alarm that could end the mission if you raise too many. So be quiet, keep to the shadows, shoot out any lights to make it darker and harder to see you, hide any bodies that you either kill or knock out, and you should be fine. I say should, as the AI can be kind of inconsistent at times. Sometimes you'll be standing in a brightly lit room and a guard will walk past you without noticing you're there, while other times you could be in a dark room trying to be as stealthy as you possibly can and a guard will just randomly spot you from across the room. Also, good luck with the guard dogs, as soon as they get a whiff of you, they will track you down, alert everyone in the vicinity and then start biting at you. So better pull out your gun and give them the RSPCA treatment.
Please give us £1, or we'll have to pull the trigger.
And back on the topic of weird quirks, I kept running into this issue, mostly with the first game, where every time I saved there would be a chance that the save would cause the PS3 to crash to the main screen and would keep doing so every time I tried to use that save. So I had to rely on the earliest autosave point, which are quite sparse throughout the game. I don't know if this is just an issue with my version or whether this is a reoccurring problem with this port. graphics are pretty typical from an early to mid PS2 game, with a few HD enhancements for this port, with the graphics getting better each successive game, except for the appearance and the animations of the faces, which are consistently not good. And I'll just leave it to the Music Meister to discuss the music. Thank you. Well, I wouldn't say the game's soundtrack is iconic. I would say it's definitely mood-fitting and has a few memorable tracks. And it's certainly fitting for the sort of spy, sneaky thriller mood that it's trying to give. There's some good underlining tunes with the strings. Goes heavy on the drums for some of the more action scenes. Also some metal guitar for some of the action scenes in the first game. And goes with some electronic synthesizer music as well that I feel is wholly appropriate for the sort of stealth spy game that it is. Also there's some tracks being played on the radio scattered throughout the third game, which I thought was a nice touch. My thoughts towards these games are mixed to positive. While there are quite a few enjoyable moments, there are also a couple of really annoying moments that at times can reach a 6 out of 10 on the rage quit scale. The first game is a decent benchmark, with a few clunky and questionable decisions. Pandora Tomorrow improves on some of those things, although still has some issues of its own. And Chaos Theory improves on the formula even further, and adding new variety as well. And I can definitely see why that's the one that everyone keeps bringing up. As for whether these games are worth giving a go, it depends. If you can be patient and don't get tilted so easily, I'd say they're worth giving a go. But I hesitate to play them if you're some person that might have issues with their anger or blood pressure. Well, that's all from me. See you guys. Oh, come on, I was almost done.